Hi, my name is Belgica and I'm an actress and I just took a self-tape audition class, you guys. I have been doing self-tape since 2016 or 17. The oldest self-tape that I was able to find an actual video of it was from 2017, but I'm pretty sure I did some before then, and I had never gotten any kind of feedback or done any kind of class for self-tape auditions. Of course, self-tapes have gotten super popular in the past year, so it was really exciting to have the opportunity to take this class and specifically take this class with a casting director. So Ranjiv, who is also the instructor for the online fundamentals class that I took with the Meisner Center, was the instructor for this class. So this is a review, my experience. I'm telling you my experience with the Stanford Meisner Center's self-tape audition workshop that they hosted and are hosting on Zoom. And I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to tell you guys about it. It's so affordable. Of course, for updates on what they're providing and how much everything is, you can go online on their website to see what the most current prices are. But for me, because I had taken the online fundamentals with Ranjiv, it was $50, only $50 for this workshop, and it was 5 sessions and 2 hours per session, so it was 10 hours total. And before each class, you had to do a self-tape audition. So we did do 5 self-tape auditions, and they varied, which I really loved. From some that you only had text yourself, some you needed readers, some you needed to do slates, some you didn't. So it really gave you a variation instead of, getting used to doing your self-tapes one way, doing it a lot of different ways, because when you get a self-tape audition request, very often they will have very, very specific instructions for that project. So it is very important to get used to, what they're asking for that specific self-tape. You are able to take this class only if you are a current or past Meisner student. So if you were in the in-person sessions and had to pause, or if you have taken the online fundamentals, you will be invited to do this self-tape workshop. But as of right now, they aren't advertising it online because they are not offering it. Who knows if in the future, if they have a lot of people requesting it, if they will bring it up again. But I know it is at a discounted rate for people that have already taken the other ones. $50 is such an amazing price. I've looked at other workshops for self-tapes, and I've seen some from $175 for one session to $325. I'm so grateful that the Meisner Center is pricing these at such an affordable price, so that a lot of us are able to actually take these. Because for me, ever since I started doing courses online and taking classes, acting classes, or some kind of, leveling up course since being in quarantine, it has really helped me to stay happy, stay motivated, stay creative, and doing things. Yeah, so let me tell you about the structure of this class. I already told you it's about 10 hours for $50 for people that have already taken it. So if you are interested in this class, you have to take the online fundamentals first, or, go be in their in-person classes. I don't know if they'll offer this after the in-person classes. Maybe they will, if, because self-tapes are so convenient and easy and successful that I doubt they are going to be going away completely. If you're interested in doing their free intro online session, the next one is February 28th, 2021, and I'll put a link in the description, of course, to this. But you can see how I liked that class. I liked it very much. In this video, I talked about my experience in that class. I learned so much, which was why I was immediately interested in taking this workshop when Ranjiv let me know that they were offering this. So the basic structure of this class to me felt like a self-tape audition boot camp, because you did have to do a self-tape every time. As soon as he sent the text, I would start memorizing it, because I knew I was gonna have to, turn it in really quickly, just like any other self-tape. But this one in particular, I knew they were coming, so I was like, okay, I'm ready to get that email so I can start memorizing. So you get a piece of homework before each class, and then once you are on that Zoom call, we are simply watching everybody's self-tape that they turned in, and Ranjiv is giving feedback, technical feedback on, the lighting, the sound, asking questions to see how he can help us and better direct us in our self-tape so they can look more polished and more professional. He did tend to steer away from giving us acting feedback, because this is specifically for self-tapes. And I think that's really helpful, because if he was to go into the acting side, it would take a lot of work, because a lot of us, you know, just started with Meisner. So we're not quite there to the level of that he knows that we can be in. And in this class, there were actors from every level, people that had never done a self-tape audition and people that had been doing it for years. So it was really great to see each other's self-tapes, so we can see, you know, the mistakes that we're making or the successes that we're having, because there were some really creative people in my session. And I was just like, wow, that's really creative. I want to try some of that stuff, because I'm a theater kid. I studied theater in college, and for some reason it was ingrained in my mind to go to auditions in all black and, you know, not distract whoever's watching, whoever happens to be watching in the audition room or in the self-tape, from what's happening, right? So I would just want to wear all black and just be like, look at here, don't mind anything else, don't look at what I'm wearing or anything. But being in this class really opened my mind up to, okay, once the acting is at a good level, what else can I do in order to elevate the self-tape that I'm sending in? That was pretty much it for the actual class. We watched self-tapes, we listened to Ranjiv give us all feedback, technical feedback and advice. And he also gave us a perspective of somebody who actually works in casting, because he does work in casting in LA. He works for a casting office, and just from a perspective of somebody who's going to be seeing these auditions, he would tell us things like, that's a waste of time, that's not actually needed this time, or, you know, you would stand out if you did this. So really helpful things from somebody who's actually on that side of the industry. There are a lot of things I learned from this class, but in general, what I got from it, what I took away from it, was a lot of little things, because to be honest, a lot of these things I already knew, the essentials, like film horizontally and what a full body slate should look like, you know, what you should be like during your slate, a lot of things like that that are pretty basic. I already knew, because again, I've been doing this for a while. I've been told those things from my agents for a while, but there were a lot of little things that I found from Ranjiv. He gave me a lot of advice, but also from the other students, mistakes they were making or things that they were doing that in my head, I thought, oh, I don't think that's allowed, but it really worked. So that made their audition more interesting, and it would stand out. If I was watching their self-tape, that audition would stand out. So in general, this course helped me make my self-tape auditions more polished and more professional, but also it gave me the edge to be more creative with my self-tapes. So again, once the acting is there, what else can I do? Do I have time to make it more elevated? Do I have time to work on something else, wear a certain outfit that will have helped me mentally to be in that space? Yeah, just so many things. Your eye line, there's a lot of things that you learn through watching other people fail or succeed, and of course getting the feedback from Ranjiv. So I am so excited for whatever next self-tape I get. I'm excited to send in an even better and improved self-tapes in the future for my agents and for my self-submissions. And getting feedback is really important, because you can watch 100 YouTube videos or read 100 different sets of instructions, but if every time you're interpreting it incorrectly, then you're never going to, you know, be corrected, unless somebody messages you back and they're like, hey, your self-tape audition sucked because your framing was like this, you know, because it's very obvious, well, to me, that if I ever filmed something like this, I would refilm it. It's, you know, or if I was like way over here. Anyway, you know what I mean. To me, getting feedback from somebody is so important, so that you can make little or big corrections that you thought, oh, that's good enough. That lighting looks good, or that sound looks good. Even if it is good, people can tell you on how to improve it. I would recommend this class to both beginner and advanced actors. If you're a beginner actor and you're maybe doing some training, taking some acting classes, and you also want to send in some self-tapes and get some experience, get some footage for your reel, having a technically good self-tape audition is going to make you more marketable and more professional, and you are going to be able to book more things because they're going to take you more seriously. And if you are an advanced actor, if you've been doing this for years and years, it's also really great because you will be getting feedback from a casting associate, somebody on that side of the industry, and just getting feedback, because if you've been doing something for a long time, if you got into that bad habit of doing something really simple that is wrong, then they can, Ranjiv and this course can help you correct that and make your auditions, like I said, like for me, what happened was more polished and more professional, and in general, more creative and better. I obviously had a really good time and I definitely recommend it. It was a lot of fun. And also, 3 people that were in that self-tape audition workshop are subscribers of mine, which was really cool to be in the class and they're like, oh, I found out about, you know, the Meisner Center because of you. So it's really cool to know that people are taking advantage of these great opportunities that I'm sharing with you guys, because, you know, I'm giving you my honest opinion of what is working for me as an actress. I'm learning along the way. I'm sharing with you the ways that I'm learning so that you can go and learn as well. So that was really cool. I really love the Meisner Center, and I cannot wait until we can do in-person classes so I can take the whole sessions, all of the sessions. But thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you end up taking the Meisner Center fundamentals, or go in person eventually, take the self-tape audition class. And at the end of every video, I feature another channel. This is today's feature. If you would like to be featured on my next video, make sure you're subscribed, like this video, and leave me a comment.